from my figuration so far, it's 8:30 and we have harvested around 65,000 bushels. Man, that, oh wait a minute, that ain't a stop sign. And that telephone pole are far apart. I definitely did not knock that telephone, or that, whatchamacallit off with my draper head. I would never do such a thing. I don't know who would even tell me that I would do that. You know, kind of got tired of cutting beans, so figured I'd just load up corn head. Anyways, now we're picking corn at Emerson. Yeah. So Steven's down up here again with me. Ross is over there in a grain cart. Steven's just going back and forth right here by the bend. His son's coming up, so hopefully he'll be able to help us out here in a bit. But yeah, other than that, I'm trying to get used to running the corn combine again. It's been a while. It's been probably about 2 years since I've actually ran the corn combine, so it's nice to get back in the seat and feel how it feels to pick something that's over 100 bushel. I mean, I will say I'm pretty thoroughly impressed with this corn up here. This did have the Zyway on it. This was one of them fields that we was not so sure about. But this field is starting to go up once we got off the low side of it. It was doing about 170 on the low side. Now we're up in lower 200s, upper hundreds, up 190 to 210, 215. So yeah, moisture's down there pretty good. It's about 17.5, which is good. That means that I am doing something right by helping them keep up. And yeah, anyways, my pickup's over there. It's stuck. I was hoping that taking the head off of it would make it to where it'd get out. I just never tried driving it out again, but I'm keeping Ross's hands full, that's for sure. So Dad is still picking corn. He's down south of Vincennes still. They got a lot more down there to do yet. This was the best option, obviously, to send me up here, let me have at it a little bit, especially today because it's too wet to cut beans. The beans are too wet. So we got corn up here that's dried out and it needs picked. So we brought my corn head up and now I'm picking corn, helping Dad out a little bit. Hopefully I can finish off this field and I can start on another field today. Should be able to do, didn't really get up here and get going until about 3 o'clock, so we should be able to do about 80 acres, 80, 90 acres. So we'll see what happens and how long the guys want to run. I was planning on trying to be home by about 10, so we'll still try and kind of aim for that, hopefully. But yeah, this head does not have row sense on it, but my combine doesn't either. It's not standard on these combines, or on these 680s. So on the 780s, I believe it's now standard on them. Dad's has it, and you know, for the small amount of corn that I'm gonna pick, there's no point in really getting it. I'm still young enough, I can sit here and turn the steering wheel for a little bit. Besides, it is nice to change it up a little bit, do something a little bit different. And yeah. So yeah, I know I'm not the greatest at this yet. You gotta give me a little bit to get used to it again. I used to be pretty good at not having row sense, and then we got it, and now Dad won't ever shut it off. Dad loves it. So but this corn's doing pretty good. It's picking pretty easy. It's still staying pretty dry, which I'm thoroughly impressed with. Agriculture's hanging in there a little bit better than what Pioneer is on this field. Kind of odd, honestly, for this field. Usually Pioneer does better in this field. So we'll just have to see. I mean, I'm not done with the field yet. Got a long ways to go. Gotta go all the way over there to Levy.
How you guys doing today? So me and Alex are picking corn, or shelling corn. Alex has got his corn head, and I'm in our other wagon and stuff. We end up getting another corn head. So we were laying out on beans yesterday, so we picked corn yesterday, and we started picking today. And it's currently 5:17. We've been picking about all morning. So, but we're about to come up here and end. So, see what he does. Gotta get out of his way. So we got him. So now we're back over there and he looped around. Now we're unloading this way. But I do have a speed set and stuff. But since he doesn't have any, since the head we got doesn't have road sense, so I've been having to steer. So, but I've just been doing that, so it's a little easier. And once in a while, I gotta just kind of click her up a couple notches. Once in a while, but.
So, anyways, I've kind of been down a little bit today because John Deere had to come work on my head. There was some kind of valve or something that they had to put on it because the deck plates wouldn't stay closed, and I couldn't figure out why, and I kept messing with it yesterday, kept messing with it, and then finally they was like, oh yeah, you gotta do this and this and this, so they came up and put on a valve, and now we're good. But anyway, so far it is about 5 o'clock, just shy of 5 o'clock. We have done about 20,000 bushel today. I will say that's not bad, especially for me being me and me picking corn and having a little bit of downtime and stuff. So, but yeah, anyways, we're kind of hammering away at it. This corn is doing pretty fairly well. I mean, it's decent. Wouldn't say that it's very good at all. I mean, it might break even. It's only about 250, but we won't talk about that. Kidding, this is very good corn. Very, very good corn this year. So, but for up here, I mean, 210 to 215, that's kind of normal. So we're following along with the same trend as what we was back home. So it's about 30 bushel better than normal, which is good. That could be from a variety of things: the climate, the humidity, the sun, the GDUs we had. There's a million things. Also, guys, they just sent me an email, but Midland USA did make a new website. Be sure to go check it out and get you one of these fancy radios. We got a couple of them for some of our new equipment that's coming next year, and they just sent them to me. So yeah, anyways, I will show you guys the new ones sometime. It probably won't be anytime soon, but hopefully over the winter, as we start to get in some of our new stuff, I'll show them to you. But what we are running in here is the oh, I can't even think of the name of it. Alex, but I think these are the 115s. We love them. We're starting to get used to using radios again, so it's really nice. But be sure to go check it out. They've sponsored me for a while now, and they have been nothing but more than generous to me. So, but just saying, they have very, very good comms. If you guys need some help with comms for this year, next year, whatever, go for it. They'll work you guys out a great deal. Or they did us, at least. So yeah, I'll have to get a new promo code. If I get the new promo code by then, I'll have the description below for you guys. But if not, it'll be in the next video after this one. So yeah, I'll have to get a hold of them on that. I have completely spaced that. So yeah, we'll have to do that. So the other day, somebody commented on one of my videos and asked what irrigated means. So irrigated around here is normal to me, so that's why I just never explain it. And I always forget that there's people around the world that can't really do that. So irrigated means that we have like a watering system over the field. So basically what we're doing is we're running water over the top of our crops to keep it basically plentiful throughout the year. I look at that, like I said, as something that is normal because we have it around here so plentiful. I mean, it's one of them things where I've been around it, I've grown up around it. So, and there's many people that haven't. I mean, you go out to, like, I know Welkers out there in Montana, they don't even know what irrigated is. I mean, they do, but you know what I mean. Like, we put on 1 inch of water a day on corn. Like, that's what it takes for it to grow and properly mature around here with some of these more racehorse hybrids. And you'll see a lot of people, like especially our neighbors, I mean, we all do it. I mean, you can look around my farm at home in general and look around and just see miles of irrigations everywhere. So that's why I never have really explained it. Another thing that somebody asked about was spacing. So a lot of people run 30-inch spacing on corn and like 15-inch spacing on beans. We switched to 20-inch spacing mainly because of the conveniency of having the planter. We didn't have a great planter at the time, so we kind of went ahead and upgraded it and got DB60 from the 1775 split row or whatever it was we had, 1790 split row. I can't think of what it was exactly. Sorry, I'm loading on Ross and trying to keep driving. But so we went from that to 20s, and we found a yield gain in that, and we never really looked back from it. Now, some people might find that on their farm 15-inch spacing works better, but I mean, they even grow 20-inch corn. A lot of people do that, and 15-inch corn, and really spacing doesn't mean a whole too terribly lot. It's just more or less how much trash you want in the field, one way I look at it. But 20-inch spacing in corn, I was talking to Dad about it the other day because I wanted to find the best way to address this question. And Dad said that the best way to address it would be the fact of the matter of, okay, when you're doing that, your row units are slowing down because you're planting the same population, and back then it wasn't, or it was a bigger deal than what it is now. Gotta count my rows out here, because we didn't have as exact or fancy planters or anything. Now we have planters that, like, down to the last inch can plant a seed in a certain spot. So yeah, but that's kind of the best that I can do at explaining it right now. Which, I mean, anymore with technology as far as spacing and planning and having an exact row unit, yeah, it's expensive, but it's the way to go anymore. And these newer planters, whereas used to, you know, you could buy a planter for just throwing out $100,000 less than what you can now with all this fancy technology stuff on it. Yeah, I don't know if you can really swing it or not for some people, but I mean, for someone like us, where we're a big farm, we need to be able to go fast and get through a lot of acres. It helps us out a lot. But some people, it just might not make sense to, so they might just go ahead and switch down to 20s, and that would help them slow down their row units, which you could also get the Maximerge 5E John Deere planter, or even the Precision Plantings kind of lower models. So, or not really lower models, but not near as expensive as like the ExactEmerge models. So I don't know. I mean, there's 1,000 different ways to look at it, and the worst part about it is where I farm out here is different than my neighbor farms across the road, because how I farm is how I've grown up doing it, and how they farm is how they've grown up doing it. And a lot of it also has to do with what you've learned and everything else. But it's just all mindset that everybody has to have, and everybody's mindset is different. I mean, I get all kinds of hate on here because I do one thing wrong, and it's like, no, this is how I've done it. I mean, if you really do it a different way, then show how you do it. And maybe I'll look at it and go, oh, maybe I should start doing that. But no, we got ornery, arrogant people in the world. Anyways, back to harvesting. So, fun fact, in case you cared, between me and Dad together, from my figuration so far, it's 8:30 and we have harvested around 65,000 bushel together. And hopefully here, by the time we get done, we'll be a little bit closer to about 67, 68, if not 70. But yeah, I by myself have harvested about 30,000, 31,000. So I'm just doing rough figuring because I figure that Dad's probably a little bit farther ahead of me, but I don't know because I had a little bit of downtime. But anyways, we are freaking hammering, man. Come on, grain cart, Rossi. Bring her over here. Let's load.